Hello again, everyone. Todd Michael Putnam from Creative Adventure Tables, bringing you another adventure table idea. And this is the mystery of the Astral Garden. The mystery of the Astral Garden. So the heroes have come across tales over the time of their adventures that talks about an entity that lives out in the astral sea. And this entity in the middle of the astral sea has created some kind of an exotic garden. And that exotic garden, the fabulous tales tell that in that exotic garden, the entity or the gardener, as she is often referred to, is able to grow anything. She can grow anything that anyone could think of or want or desire. And so the heroes do a lot of uncovering of information and whatnot, and searching around to find out where this mysterious garden might be located. And then in a Spelljammer-esque style vessel, they traverse the astral sea until they finally come upon this scene floating out in the astral sea. They see these giant rifts of rocks and these strange multicolored trees and other foliage and stuff, all of like pink and blue and purple type hues. And it just radiates. It's bioluminescent. And floating amongst this awe and stuff is actually the gardener herself, this just giant being, far larger than most normal mortal men or elves or dwarves, as she is floating out there. And she sees them coming, of course, and as they come upon to speak to her, she has questions for them, of course. Have they come to disrupt her garden? She basically does almost an inquisition into them to find out what their purpose is, what it is that they're looking from or for her, or what they want to do to her or her garden. She's very defensive and about protecting this place of knowledge that she has spent eons growing. And the heroes then have to basically convince them that they are good intent, that they have no harm for the garden itself, and that there are things that they simply want her to grow. And when asked what specifically it is, the heroes wish to be grown in power, in wisdom, in strength, to become stronger and better, to become better versions of themselves. And so she ponders about how to plant the seeds of this and make it grow. And then she realizes that there's only one way that they can do that, and that is that the seeds of their growth in the future lay in understanding their own past and their own doubts and their own challenges they have within. And so they must face the test of themselves. And so she takes some seeds out and she throws them onto the astral sea itself, and they pop up. And for each seed that she throws out becomes basically a phantasmal version of one of the players themselves. So in this case, I've used these translucent light guys that when you put in front of a black LED light, like I got like this one here off of Amazon, they of course glow. And just to give you an example, if you take it out of the LED light, it's just a regular translucent mini, but as soon as you put it in the black light, it has that glowing effect to it. So there's these versions of themselves that represent all of the doubts and the fears and the angers and every negative emotion that the heroes may have ever experienced in their entire lives, that bring themselves up, but they have all of the same stats and spells and skills and abilities as the players have. And essentially they must battle themselves. They must work together to battle these doubts and stuff. And the challenge is that they can only face them one-on-one, but they're not told that, because people so often look outside of themselves in order to find the answers to their problems, and they look for someone to help them and so on and so forth. But in this case, when it all comes down to it, they must face their own doubts, their own fears, their own angers, their own frustrations one-on-one. And so while they may try and help one another, at first it doesn't do anything. If they try and cast a healing spell on somebody, that healing spell doesn't seem to take effect. If they try and block an attack with their shield or their blade against one that's going against somebody else, it doesn't work. The Phantasmum's blade still goes to its real world twin and strikes. And so they literally have to do an individual battle against themselves in order to defeat their own fears and anxieties. And once they defeat that, once they defeat themselves, and it has to go round by round, player by player, each one fighting themselves. And even after they've succeeded and maybe they've vanquished their own foe, they cannot assist their brethren. And it is a battle to the death. If they fail, they will be slain by their own fears and their own angers. They will have been overcome by them and unable to manifest the destiny and for their own future that they could have had they reached their full potential by vanquishing their fears and frustrations. So, but having succeeded, once they do that, they will each be granted one full level. Where if they were 6th level, then they become 7th level. That is how they grow as an individual, and how she grows, how she teaches them to grow from within themselves, within the Astral Garden. And then having done that, if they succeed, she will allow them to step through this portal, which will transport them anywhere in the known universe that they wish to go. So they don't have to take their vessel back. If they want to just teleport directly through to another location, they can pick wherever it is that they wish to go, and they will instantly be transported there. So that is the mystery of the Astral Garden, and what it grows and how it does it. As far as the layout is concerned, the battle mat itself is from Mealy Mats. Right there, Mealy Mats. I thought I got this off Noble Knight Games, but I could be wrong. But Mealy Mats is who makes this particular space battle mat, which is great. These things right here are just XPS foam. If you look real close, there's like little bits of purple and blue that are in there. This is usually what I use for my Underdark style terrain, some of it at least. But it works perfectly for astral plane space type stuff as well. The trees are all Monster Fight Club, various types. There's purple and there's pink, and then there's blue ones. So that's all there. The ship, this fantastic ship here, is from Printable Scenery. It's their, I think it's called Elven something or other. I can't remember exactly, but Printable Scenery makes it. They make a whole lot of these great things. There's 2 different variations for this back piece here that you can choose. I chose to go with this, it looks like a jet propulsion system based off of like crystals, of course, or something like that. This little piece right here is from I can never remember their name. McCready, something like that. It's a strange name, but I will put the link below. My sincerest apologies. It's just the name always drops from my head for who it is. But I will absolutely put the link below because they make a number of great LED things that I bought from them before. And every time they've shipped everything to me, it always works and it's always arrives in good shape. So I'll absolutely be sure to put the link below for that. These guys right here, this is just aquarium equipment, aquarium terrain, decorations, plants. Once again, obviously, if you take it out of the black light, it just looks like this. But you just go to Amazon and do a search for aquarium plants or whatever it is, and then eventually you'll start scrolling across guys like that. Same thing with these guys right here. They also glow in the dark if you put them in front of the LED, and that's just more of that stuff. This miniature right here is from WizKids. Love those guys. They have so many fantastic miniatures, and they're always coming out with new ones. There's a whole huge Spelljammer line, if you're interested in that they've come out with. I do not have any of them personally, but I have seen them online, and they do look fantastic. But this is like a Fey Dragon type thing, and just because it had this big purpley thing, I thought, yeah, that looks pretty cool. So I went with that. And then the Gardener here is actually, for those who play World of Warcraft, that is a Durini Mage, is actually what that is. That's not an action figure because it's not really posable or anything, but it's basically a 7-inch statue or so, if you will, of a Durini Mage, and it's really good. And I picked this one up off eBay, but I think you can get them off Amazon or places like that as well. I'm not sure how long ago they made them. But that's it. That's the entire thing. So if you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And I will look forward to seeing you guys next adventure. Take care. Bye.